Hey guys, it's the Pinhead back with another video today. Instead of movies, I thought I'd do something different and show you some video games. I'm just wanting to point this out that I have a lot of video games, a lot of video game consoles that I will be reviewing, going over, give you my opinions on them. Went over the Resident Evil movies. I didn't really review them, I just went over them and gave my opinions. Now I'm going to show you guys my Resident Evil games, my collection. Huge Resident Evil fan. Love the Resident Evil games. These are just the mainstream games. I don't have like Dead Aim or Dark Side Chronicles or Operation Raccoon City, all that stuff. I don't have any of those. I didn't really enjoy those games, but these are just like the mainstream ones. The first one for the regular PlayStation is Resident Evil Director's Cut. Now this is the very first Resident Evil with a little bit of upgrades. There's like enhanced graphics, there's uncut, uncensored cinemas, which is basically the cutscenes, new camera angles, and different things like that. But it's basically the first game. And I gotta tell you, I first played when I played the very first game for the PlayStation, I could not believe this scene right here where the zombie first turns his head after he's eaten that fallen comrade, one of your fallen comrades. When he turns his head like that, did it for me. I'm like, this is awesome, in a mansion with zombies, and you have to find clues and stuff. Excellent. I mean, this is a great survival horror game. I mean, I know the series kind of went into action later on down the line, but this is a great game. Now it came in this fat case, and the first disc is the game, but I remember, if I can do this with one hand, that's the game there, but then when you open it from the back, or the bottom end, I should say, it's the Resident Evil 2 demo. Now this is the original demo. I remember renting this game, Resident Evil Director's Cut, from the video store. I rented it, and guess what I did? I didn't play the game, I played the Resident Evil 2 demo. Because I played it over and over and over again. I could not wait for this game when I saw it. I was like, this is fantastic. Fantastic. But Resident Evil, the original game, it's still a classic, and it's great. It's a great game for the PlayStation. So that's the first one. Then we get into the GameCube releases. That's one thing I think GameCube did good on, was making games only for the system. Here we got Resident Evil 0. Now this game was originally supposed to come out for the 64. The N64, but they scrapped it. And I can kind of see why. I mean, the engine they used to make this game was the same one they made for the Resident Evil reboot or remake for the GameCube. It's the same kind of graphics. But the graphics are unbelievable. You got Rebecca Chambers. She was in the original Resident Evil. I think she was a medical officer. And it's great. Like, the graphics are unbelievable. And this takes place before the first one, so you get to kind of see a little bit about what happens before the mansion and stuff. So I don't know, I thought it was good. It's kind of different as far as the weapon system goes, and the item boxes and stuff. So I guess like in this one, like you can drop items anywhere and stuff, but it's a little bit different. I like it though. I actually think it's underrated in a way. Here we got one of my favorite Resident Evil games of all time. This was done so well for the GameCube. The Resident Evil remake or reboot or whatever you want to call it. This game, they made it creepy. I mean, this game was made into a survival horror game. I mean, it's not as action-packed. I mean, it's just like the original, but they changed a lot of things. Like with the mansion, they made it like scarier, different rooms that you've never seen before. Like when Jill is walking down the corridors, there's like lightning and like effects and different things. Like you can see the dust coming off, the floor when she walks. The lighting is creepy as hell. This is a great game. Love this game. And it kind of follows the formula of the original with Barry Burton, Albert Wesker, Chris Redfield, all those guys. It's kind of like the same thing. But the graphics are so well done for this. So well done. This is a game you should be checking out. My favorite. Then we get to the PlayStation ports. Basically, they ported Resident Evil 2 and 3 to the GameCube. And it's basically just the same game from the PlayStation. I did pay, it was kind of expensive. I paid $34.99 for this game on GameCube, and like I said, it's just the same thing. You're basically playing the PlayStation 2, or PlayStation 1, sorry, game. And they did add a few things, but not much. It's just basically the same game. I love this game. Resident Evil 2 is just my all-time favorite. I love Resident Evil 2. It takes place in Raccoon City. You get Claire Redfield to play as, or Leon Kennedy, and there's just, it's awesome. I love this game. Then we get to Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, also another port. It was $39.99 at that time. Another great game is, you know, it plays Jill Valentine and you run from Nemesis and stuff. Basically the same game. But it was, I actually didn't like this as much as Resident Evil 2, but it's still fun. It was kind of hard in places too. Then we get to Resident Evil Code Veronica X. It was actually just called Code Veronica on the Dreamcast. I remember I had a Dreamcast and it came out for that. And then they started releasing Code Veronica X for this and the PlayStation 2. And it's just basically the same game, but they added a few more things. 2 discs inside. GameCube does that a lot. Not a bad game, but I think out of the mainstream series, it was my least favorite, I have to say. Then we get to like one of my favorite games of all time. I could not believe how good this game was. Resident Evil 4 with Leon Kennedy. I love the graphics in this game. They're so good, and there's a lot of action, but it is kind of terrifying too. Like when you go into the castle and like these villagers are creepy. The guy with the, you know, leather face. It's crazy. This is a great game, and it's very intense when you have to rescue the president's daughter, and she like runs with you. You have to protect her and yourself. She can't protect herself because she's, you know, she's just sitting there all scared. Like you have to watch out for her. So I thought that was a great new challenge. Great game. I used to be a master at this. I think I saw this 18 times, like on every single level. I usually play it on the expert level or hard. Here we got Resident Evil 5. This is the Gold Edition. This includes all the downloadable content, which is nice. Resident Evil 5, it takes place in Africa. I didn't like it as much as 4, but I do think it's a good game. I thought it was very well done. I didn't think it was as good as 4. Like, I had more fun with 4, but this was, I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I really did. It kind of felt like 4 in a way with the controls, but it's kind of hard to get used to it. You know, if you're used to 4, then you'll be used to this. But I liked it. I liked Resident Evil 5. The last one we're going to get to is Resident Evil 6. And I got to tell you, I was very disappointed with this game. I think the main thing was it seemed more like an action game. A lot of people say that. Leon Kennedy's, you know, his story was pretty good. But the other ones, like Chris Redfield and Jake, like, I don't know, they just weren't that good. I just didn't have as much fun with this as I did. I'd rather play Resident Evil 5 than the Resident Evil 6. I don't know what it was. It just didn't seem, the controls are different too. Like, now you can, like, run and shoot at the same time. The controls just feel too loose to me. It didn't feel as tight as those. But I don't know if you can fix that or not, but I don't know. I just was kind of disappointed. But anyway, I have pretty much all the mainstream games here for the Resident Evil series. And you know what? It's definitely, Resident Evil games are, they're 10 times better than the movies, obviously, I think. And it's a series that you can really like, you know? I mean, it's a series that can really reach out to you as far as like survival horror or even action. You know, shooting guns, you know, killing zombies, solving puzzles. It's got everything, pretty much. But it's a nice, you know, collection of games. I definitely recommend them to have in your collection. So, anyway, this is the Pinhead, and I hope you enjoyed this video of my Resident Evil game collection. And I'll be back with more video game vids here and then. you know, of different things, consoles, my old systems, a lot of games, you know, I'll even review games, and also movies. So anyway, stay tuned to this channel, and I will see you next time.